Hi, my name is Mia. 2 months ago, something happened that completely changed my life. I was in what I thought was the perfect relationship. Alex, my boyfriend, was sweet, caring, and always made me feel special. I trusted him completely, believed every word he said, and never doubted his love for me. But I was wrong. I had been dating Alex for 2 years. He was everything I thought I wanted: kind, funny, and attentive. Even though we lived in different cities, we made it work. Every weekend, he would visit me, and during the week, we'd spend hours talking on the phone or video calling. I felt lucky, like I had found someone who truly cared about me. But things started to change. It wasn't all at once, more like small cracks that began to show in what I thought was a perfect relationship. It all began one evening. We were on a video call, like we always did, just talking about our day. Alex mentioned a restaurant he had recently visited in another city. At first, it sounded like a casual comment, but as I thought about it, something felt off. He had told me before that he had never been to that restaurant. Why would he say this now? Did he forget what he told me? Was it a simple mistake? I tried to brush it off, but the feeling lingered. My stomach twisted and a small voice in my head whispered, "Something isn't right." I told myself I was overthinking. Maybe I was being too sensitive. But then other little things started to happen. He began canceling our plans more often. "Sorry, work is crazy," he'd say. Or, "I just need some time to rest this weekend." At first, I believed him. Why wouldn't I? But when it became a pattern, I started to wonder. He also took longer to reply to my messages. Sometimes hours would go by without a response, which wasn't like him. I tried to convince myself it was nothing. Relationships go through ups and downs, right? People get busy, but deep down, I couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. I started paying more attention, noticing every little inconsistency. A text that didn't sound like him, a vague explanation for where he had been, small things, but they added up. One night, I even stayed awake replaying our recent conversations in my head, trying to find some kind of clue. I didn't want to believe it, but I was starting to suspect that Alex might not be the person I thought he was. It scared me. What if I was wrong? What if I was ruining our relationship with my doubts? But what if I was right? About a week after those doubts started creeping into my mind, something happened that I couldn't ignore. I was scrolling through Instagram one evening, aimlessly tapping through stories, when I saw something that stopped me cold. A profile popped up in my suggested accounts. The name was Lisa. At first, I didn't think much of it, but then I noticed something strange. Her profile picture, it was a photo of her holding hands with someone. That someone was Alex. My heart started pounding. I clicked on her profile, and as it loaded, my stomach dropped. There were dozens of pictures of them together. In one of them, they were laughing at a cafe. In another, she was leaning on his shoulder while he smiled at the camera. My chest felt tight as I read the caption, "Best boyfriend in the world." My hands started shaking. I wanted to believe it was a mistake, that these pictures were old, or that maybe they weren't what they seemed. But as I kept scrolling, it became clear that these photos weren't from the past. They were recent. The timestamps were from the weekends Alex had told me he was too busy to visit me. I couldn't breathe. My thoughts were racing. How long had this been going on? Was he with her the entire time we were together? My mind was flooded with questions, but I knew I wouldn't get any answers unless I did something about it. I decided to investigate further. I clicked through Lisa's posts, reading every caption, looking at every comment. Alex's comments were there, too full of hearts and sweet words. The same kind of things he used to say to me. It was like a bad dream, but I couldn't wake up. I knew I needed more proof, so I did something I never thought I'd do. I created a fake Instagram account. I picked a random name and used a generic profile picture. I sent Lisa a follow request, and within minutes, she accepted. That's when I gained access to her full profile, and everything became even clearer. Lisa posted about Alex regularly. She shared pictures of their dates, her gifts from him, and even screenshots of their text messages. It was horrifying to read his words he used to say to me, now directed at someone else. Every I love you, every compliment, every promise, it was all there, just copy pasted onto her. I felt a mix of anger, heartbreak, and disbelief. How could he do this to me? How could he look me in the eyes, call me his love, and then turn around and do the same thing with someone else? I didn't know what hurt more, the betrayal itself or the fact that I hadn't seen it coming. The next morning, I decided I couldn't keep this to myself any longer. I needed to confront him. I called Alex, trying to steady my voice as the phone rang. When he answered, he sounded cheerful, as if nothing was wrong. "Hey, babe," he said. "What's up?" I didn't waste any time. "Alex, we need to talk," I said, my tone calm but serious. He hesitated for a moment before replying. "Okay, about what?" I took a deep breath. "Who is Lisa?" I asked. The line went silent. I could almost hear him thinking, scrambling for an excuse. Finally, he stammered, "What? How do you know that name?" I felt a surge of anger and sadness as I responded, "I know everything, Alex. I saw the pictures. I know about her." He started to explain, his words tripping over each other, but I didn't want to hear it. "I trusted you," I said, my voice breaking. "And you lied to me." Without waiting for him to finish whatever excuse he was trying to come up with, I hung up. That was the last time I spoke to Alex. Looking back on everything that happened, I realize now that the hardest moments in life often teach us the most valuable lessons. When I discovered the truth about Alex, it felt like my entire world had shattered. But over time, I began to rebuild not just my life, but also my confidence, my sense of self-worth, and my ability to trust again. What I've learned is this: trust is one of the most important things in any relationship, whether it's romantic, friendly, or professional. And once it's broken, it's almost impossible to repair, but that doesn't mean you're broken. In fact, being betrayed doesn't make you weaker. It makes you stronger, more resilient, and more aware of what you deserve. If you've ever gone through something similar, I want you to know that you're not alone. It's okay to feel hurt, angry, or even lost. But don't let those feelings define you. Use them as fuel to grow, to move forward, and to become the best version of yourself. If you've watched this far, leave a like and subscribe to follow more.